Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, I got this energy in me right now, and we jumping in and out. We are in and out, but I am so excited that you came back. If this is your first time, buckle up. Hey, if you're used to coming back, you know what we do. We get in and we get out. No Excuses presents the Ray Lewis Show. I am super excited, honestly. I think I'm just in this space. I'm in a very unique space right now, and I'm forcing myself to stay in that space, right? Because I'm coming out of my comfort zones. Like, I'm shaking up all of the little things that I used to do. You know, all the New Year's resolutions that we come in with, right? The ones that we're supposed to stick with. Well, those are the ones that I'm writing down and really starting to practice. What does it mean to create a New Year's resolutions? Last week, we spoke about the reinvention of yourself, right? Through the things that we're going through the ups and downs of the world. We really don't know the state of the world, right? We're locked down, we're not locked down. Everything is going on. So what about the reinvention of oneself? Without further ado, I got to bring my guy in so we can jump into this championship mentality. Coach, brother, like always, what's up? How you doing? How is life? And good to see you.
Hey, good to see you too, brother. You know, it's rough out there, man. With so much going on with the viruses and all that, man. I'm just trying to stay low, do what I'm supposed to do, and actually go into what you was talking about a little bit about reinventing yourself, man. I'm back in the lab, continuously growing. And so I'm utilizing this time, although we're at work and we're being very careful, I'm utilizing this time to really practice some things, man, some things that I need to work on, dealing with this thing called excellence.
Bro, listen, so this is why I wanted to jump into this, right? Because last week, if you was with us, we were speaking about reinvent yourself, because we got so much going on, right? You're going to have to reinvent yourself, what's going on. But what about the only way to reinvent yourself is you must stop chasing good. And it's mandatory that you start chasing great, right? It's the only way to reinvent yourself, right? So we got a lot of questions, right? Like, how do you really reinvent yourself? You have to change. You have to throw a lot of old habits away, and you got to usher in some new habits, T. Mm-hmm. But you can't listen to this. Excellence is not being the best. It's not, right? It is doing your best. That's what excellence is. It's one thing that I kept in my repertoire my entire career, my entire life, really, is the ability of what somebody said I could not do, the things I could not achieve, right? And I realized at times I wasn't the biggest, I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't all of those things, but I was one of the most consistent people. Right? Consistent. When it came to chasing everyday work, I chased pain. A lot of people ran from the workouts. I chased those workouts, and a lot of them I failed. I'm telling you, we are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence is not an act, T. What I embarked upon is a habit. Mm-hmm. It's lifestyle. It's what you do. And bro, that's where we got to go today, because I don't want people to go into a reinvention and not understand what reinvent yourself really means. It's time to start chasing excellence and make it a habit.
Well, I mean, in order to have a championship mentality, that's what this show is called. Yeah. In order to have that, you have to be a person of excellence. And let's keep it practical. Excellence is just the gradual result of striving to get better.
That's it.
It's that simple. There's no finish line to it. People of excellence set their standards high. They're constantly improving, just like we all are. And so I think as we go forth, and we talked about reinvention and we're talking about excellence, I think one of the first things that we have to do is once again have that self-reflection, that self-talk, that look in the mirror. We cannot change what we tolerate. Yeah. We cannot change what we refuse to accept. And so what I'm trying to say is, before we can go to anything else, you can't pretend that mediocrity is your best. I completed the job. We had a good workout. I'm doing great with this. But is that your best? Right. And if you keep pretending that mediocrity is your best, then you'll never reach excellence. So to me, that first step is to look in the mirror. Even me as a trainer, am I giving the best I can to all my clients? Am I continuing to research the science and the things that help people get better? Am I answering emails and texts and calls, responding to these people? Like, it's constant improvement. But if I'm like, hey, look, I've arrived, I've got these great awards. Nah, man, it's constantly improving and not accepting mediocrity.
So it's interesting what you're saying, right? Because basically what you're saying, excellent is not a skill. It's an attitude.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Yeah, right. It's the one thing that we keep talking about: mental health, mental security, and all of the mental that we have to focus on. Your attitude dictates your success. Your attitude dictates your mentality. Your attitude dictates if you chase excellence. Your attitude, if your skill, and I say this all the time, and you remember this, the pains that I went through while playing, the surgeries that I went through while I was playing, something happened. Something happened to where the pain sometimes was so great, it took away my skill, right? It slowed down my skill. But my goodness, my attitude to die on the field, to give it everything you got every day of your life. This is where we have to adopt and birth this thing around you to accept nothing but excellence in your life.
Hey man, nobody's born excellent.
Nobody.
I mean, you don't just come out and all of a sudden you born excellence. It's like you said earlier, it's a choice.
Yeah. It's
you making that decision.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what you said, man. It's an attitude.
Yes.
And we just got to be good at everything that we do, man. Some people could be excellent on the football field, but not excellent off the football field. You know what I mean? Right. What we're talking about is being excellent in all areas of our lives and all the things that we're embarking upon, and remembering that it's a constant strive to it. You know what I mean? It's very rare that you arrive, man, because again, excellent people have high standards, man. You ever been to a restaurant, Lou, and the food was good, but the service was excellent? Yeah. You go back there just because sometimes it's just like Chick-fil-A. It's not that some people are in love with Chick-fil-A, but oh my God, the service is unbelievable. It's excellent. And so that's the way we want to be in all aspects of our life, man. And so we're making it quick today, but I just challenge all of us. And, like I said, I'm number one on the list. 2022 and beyond, let's make a deep commitment to be excellent.
Right.
It's just like we said last week. Average is the graveyard in which excellence is buried.
Yeah.
So unless you've already arrived, take a look in that mirror and say, wow, am I giving it 100%? Am I excellent? Because people, they won't remember how fast you do a job. But they always remember how good you did it.
Absolutely.
And so that's excellence.
Bro, see, listen to me. Somebody has to grab this. Mentally, if you change what you think, I guarantee you change what you chase. But it's what you think. It's what you put in front of you. Excellence always sells. Always. I want you to understand this. I'm telling you, Coach. In my entire career, I just want to share this with someone. My entire career, from Little League all the way up, the one thing that I can brag on myself to tell you that I know I did better than everybody else, I got better every day. I had no other choice. I had nothing else. I had no direction. So I started chasing excellence so young that it became who I am. So when I'm telling people, when I'm telling you that somebody's sitting home right now that say, oh, I want to lose weight, I need a new job, I need to change, all these things you need to change. I was there. But I'm telling you, until you're at the bottom of the barrel and you realize the only way out is you making it a lifestyle. The only way out is you changing your thought process. And the only way you change your thought process is what you let digest in your system. Because what you digest and what you don't digest, it spoils. It spoils. Bro, I'm telling you, excellence is this thing that I'm just attracted to. I really
Hey, man. And here's one last thing I just wanted to mention, man. People of excellence have an integrity with themselves. You know, like when we was training, we didn't have social media. Wasn't nobody around taking pictures. Oh man, videotape us running here, videotape us lifting or whatever we was doing. Because when you're a person of excellence, you don't look for people for validation.
None.
You don't even look to be famous. You don't have to. Excellent people don't look to be known. There's plenty excellent people that nobody know who they are. No. It's because they have an integrity with themselves, a commitment to be the best they can, man. And that's the role we on in 2022, baby. I mean, balanced in all areas of our life. Yeah. I'm talking about being excellent in everything. I just don't want to be a great trainer. I want to be a great father. I want to be a great husband. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, you was good in a football field, but then you also was great in the community. Absolutely. I remember the talk that we had, and we was like, you know what? This football thing, man, what else we gonna do for God? And that's when we started really thinking about, wow, how can we help people? How can we serve other people? It's not just about being great in one area or excellent. Be it all, baby.
Bro, we changed from being average men to chasing excellence the day that we said no more cursing, the day that we said no more clubs. The day that I'm telling you now, brother, we
made a choice now. We made a choice.
We made choices. We made choices to let it go and say we got to chase this other thing because we believe this other thing has validation to the longevity of it. Man, let me tell you something, bro. I'm telling you, that's why I get so excited when we talk, right? Because what we lived, the transformation that we actually went through, anybody that's listening, you have the exact same ability. The only reason you will never touch your greatest point of life is if you're distracted, or if you put it in somebody else's hands, or if you trust somebody else with your vision, or if you live life off of ifs. If I would have done that workout, if I would have stayed consistent in this class, if I would have learned my financial literacy, all of the ifs. I told my son, and I said this last week about reinventing yourself. Don't get to 30, 40, 50 and live life and say, man, only if I would have did this. We're talking about excellence. Last week was reinvent yourself. We're talking about excellence. We're talking about stop getting up every day and doing the same thing. Yeah, I know. It was a blessing. We didn't have the distractions we have now, but now we all have them. So you got to be selfish with your time, right? It's okay. I'm gonna give you one of the greatest lines ever, T, and we can get out of here. It's okay to be selfish to make you better before you try to make anybody else better.
Oh, absolutely.
It's okay.
Absolutely. Hey, somebody said it. I can't recall who said it, man. They was like, you know, anybody that's been great at anything been obsessed, man. And being great, man, we shut out everything. I mean, a lot of people know the story, man. Lost so many friends and frat brothers, and you know, it wasn't the fact that I was being different. They just had no idea of the type of work that I was putting in every day. And you getting ready to call me and talk about let's come back to homecoming? Man, I can't walk. you know? but we chose that, man. And so for anybody out there that's listening, man, with this championship mentality, remember, no one was born to be average.
Nobody.
Not one of us on this earth was born just being okay with whatever going on.
No.
So again, man, especially while we're still in January, now's the time to, man, still go ahead and take that self-reflection, man, that self-evaluation, and get to work. And I know it's hard because I've been there.
Yeah.
But man, if you could find somebody on the same page as you,
wow,
that want the same things as you, somebody that want to be just as great and excellent as you, get a hold to it, man, and grow together, man. This stuff tough to do by yourself.
Man, it's so tough to do by yourself. You got to have friends. I'm like you. You got to have friends that when you see their number come through your phone and their name come up, your day change. Your mentality change because of the standard that you two have with each other. I'm just saying. It's just little stuff we don't share with everybody, that it's a standard. It's a standard. And the standard is set, bro. We will chase excellence until the good Lord bring us home. And if you in love with God, I'm going to share this with you. If you're in love with God, you have no other choice than to chase excellence.
You come from it.
You come from it. That's your pedigree.
You were not born to be average. You're the creator of the universe, the king. Come on, man.
King. Brother, listen, it gets no better, man. I appreciate you. I love you. I'll hit you up a little later, man, for sure.
One love, champ.
Good stuff. You know, it's just really interesting. And I'm going to be really quick because I believe true excellence is giving yourself the freedom to fail, the freedom to fall, the freedom to start over. It's actually okay, but quitting is not an option. It's a mentality that we must adopt every day of our lives. The question you got to ask yourself is, am I getting better or am I getting worse? Am I doing the same things, looking for different results, which is in our book of definitions called insanity. The challenge is simple. If you're listening to this message is for you to change your life right now by chasing excellence and making sure everything around you is excellent. It's the only way. Let me tell you something. Faith and excellence, they live together. That's one thing about faith. You got to put work to faith. That's one thing about excellence. You got to come back time and time again. Hope and mental health, they go on a lot of dates together. I'm telling you. Because mentally, we all go through things. But when your hope is stronger than your worry, then you got a chance to keep fighting. This week is simple. Don't try to reinvent yourself without writing down what you need to let go and what in your life that you need to make excellent. Who in your life that you need around you so you can search for excellence. Don't do nothing else this week, but challenge yourself to figure out, what does excellent mean to me? God bless you. Thank you for joining us this week. Team No Excuses, the Ray Lewis Show is always a blessing.